my God, guys. Okay, we're doing like an emergency book chat video because I am so freaking excited. I'm so freaking excited. So this is not really going to be a witchy video. This is more just for my book, journal, and candle lovers. So this is just time for us to have like a really beautiful, decadent little chat together. So sip of tea. And I just say, guys, it has been like perpetually gray here in New Hampshire. It's been perpetually gray. And even me in my goth realness, I'm like, I miss the sunshine. We've had like 3 sunny days in the last 2.5 weeks. Okay, so I'm so excited. I'm gonna talk about a book in a second that I'm like super stoked. I can't wait to read it. But before I do that, I wanted to just talk about a couple other things that I got that I'm excited about. And I know some of you join me in my Taurus candle and makeup passion. And so I had recently purchased the Midnight Society candle from October Occult. And I purchased it in the mini form because I wanted to see, okay, so there's so many things I want to say. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this book. And like, I went to the post office clearly. So I have a couple things and I'm just really happy. So I hope you're joining me in my happiness today. So I like really, I like tobacco and like musk and leather and wood scents. The only time I go kind of sweet is I like a burnt marshmallow scent as well. And so I was looking for something that was made by a small business because I really want to start supporting small business more when it comes to candles outside of my maker of wax goods, because you guys know that I'm like majorly obsessed with maker of wax goods and I can't stop burning them. But I really want to keep supporting small businesses when it comes to candles. And one of you sent me this gorgeous tobacco leaf candle, which I will be repurchasing from that small business once I finish that one. But I also wanted to have one that was a little more marshmallowy, but still like had that kind of dark academia vibe, since that's my dark academia goth is like my aesthetic in 2023. So I had tried a small tin size of this, which I love when these indie companies, these little Etsy shops, you know, and I'm a little Etsy shop too, but I love when these candle shops offer like a smaller 4-ounce size so you can see like, do I like the scent before I invest in the larger size? So I got the smaller tin last month and I could not stop burning it. And the tin lasted me like forever. Like actually longer than some of my sand and fog candles in the large size lasted. So if you're like on the fence, I will put the link to October Occult down below. I purchased everything. I was not sent anything. So anyhow, this scent is called Midnight Society. Fire embers, smoke, campfire marshmallows, ghost stories. Isn't that awesome? And then inside is carnelian and it's a wood burning wick because vibes, right people? But oh, it smells so good. I can't wait to burn this. I'm so stoked. But yeah, this was waiting for me at the post office and I was like, oh, I'm so excited. It might be gray and cold outside, but I've got a gorgeous candle to light when I get home. So yes, Midnight Society, amazeballs. Okay, oh, do I want to talk about books right now or do I want to talk about journals? Let's talk about journals really quick. So you guys know that I'm a huge proponent of journaling for shadow work, tarot practice, just general mental health, you know, really keeping track of your spiritual practice. And if you're someone who works with ritual, your ritual practice and the growth of that over the years, the evolution of that, journaling for that is amazing. So I've talked in previous videos that I like the Lecterm 1917 size for journaling. Let's see, does it say anything else here? It's a German brand, but I had started with like the Moleskine hardback, smaller size journals, and then I love the size of this. Like it's perfect. Here's a book, like here's an example of the size. Like it's really nice and comfortable for detailed writing. And this is my red one. I'm almost done with this, as you can see, and I started it at the beginning of December, so I've been journaling. But what I like about these is that I can like tape things to it. I have different band stickers or like whatever I'm listening to at the time. You can see this one I kept really like clean with just 2 images, but I freaking love this journal. And I usually use like the graph paper lines so that I can do double space because I have really massive cursive handwriting. But I had to get this one in dots. So we're gonna see how that goes. We're gonna see how the dotted paper works for me as opposed to the grid. I like the grid paper. Just appeases my little secret engineering dream heart. But I got this color, guys. What do you think? They only had like 2 left, so I got it real quick, and I'm actually glad I did because this, I'm actually almost done with this. But for those of you who were wondering like what I like to journal with, I've been using this style of journal since I lived in Portland, and I just customize each one. Like I like to get different colors, and then I customize each one with artwork that's on the same theme as wherever I'm at in my personal journey, and you know, stickers from musicians. I have one from last year that's like covered with Lorna Shore stickers, and like little stickers from their vinyl when one of their vinyl albums finally came out. The And I Return to Nothingness album had been sold out in vinyl for a long time, and then they had finally reprinted it, and so I got one and I saved all the little stickers. So it's just a fun way to like express yourself. And then I like to put on the inside like various little things. Like I have different things from Oracle decks and lipsticks, and 12 Months of October. I really like her signs. She's an Etsy shop. And then the Midnight Society sticker I put in here. So I don't know. I just like to do, I like that. It's fun. It's a really fun way to express yourself. So this is my mid-January into February and March color. And I'm like, I'm feeling like dark ocean-y vibes. So I think I'm going to do some photos that I've taken at the ocean and get those like all set up with some, I have some moon stickers too. So I thought I might do that for this one. Maybe I'll do a YouTube short on that. I'm trying to do the shorts on YouTube. So we'll see. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know if you're interested in that. So, okay. I have to I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, sip of tea. I'm so excited. All right, this is what I've been waiting for. So my To Be Reds for, well, I'm starting to read this immediately, but for the next month or so just came in, guys. Yes, I pre-ordered this on Amazon and it only got to me today. And I know one of my lovely tarot friends and viewers, she got hers like a couple days ago, and I'm like, I'm never pre-ordering with Amazon again. I'm gonna go through someone else. I'm so excited. So Leigh Bardugo's sequel to Ninth House, hello, book I talked about in the last book chat, or maybe not the review of Secret History, but the one before that. I had just finished reading Ninth House when I was super sick, and as you can tell, fighting off another cold. I was so stoked that she was just about to release the sequel because I want to know what happens. I want to know what happens to Alex. I am so excited. So this came in today and I'm just super stoked. I just wanted to share it with you guys. Like, this is on my to be read pile. Look at the inside. Oh, so freaking beautiful. So I will read you just the first paragraph, okay? Wealth, power, murder, magic. Alex Stern is back and the Ivy League is going straight to hell. Find it a gateway to the underworld. Steal a soul out of hell. A simple plan, except people who make this particular journey rarely come back. But Galaxy Alex Stern is determined to break Darlington out of purgatory, even if it costs her a future at Leaf and at Yale. So I'm so excited to read this. I'm gonna let you guys know what I think. Like I said, Ninth House, I could not stop reading it. I could not stop. So let's see, this is like a nice big book too. You guys know, 481 pages. You guys know I like those larger books. So I don't know about you guys, like I still have to read The Six of Crows, and I know I'm so excited because a couple of you said to me in the comments on my one, that not this last book chat video, but the one before, that I was gonna love Six of Crows. And I'm so stoked to read that now. I've gotten over my YA judginess, but I really like Leigh's vibes. I watched a few artists, I'm so used to talking about music, author interviews with her on YouTube a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I really like her vibe, and she can rock black lipstick. So, but anyhow, Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo, like I will begin reading that immediately. I am so freaking excited. I also did get The Ice Palace. Please forgive me that I'm going to butcher this, by Tarye Vasas. Look at this cover. Isn't it beautiful? I believe it was written in like the 50s or the 60s. 1963. And this is a translation, and I am really, really intrigued by this. It's a story about two girls, and one of them goes missing, and I just read some really great reviews about that it was very thought-provoking, and yeah, I'm really intrigued to read this. So if you've read The Ice Palace, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. I'm very excited to read that one. That's on my to be read list. Now, I also got, excuse me, The Bloody Chamber by Angela Carter. This is a Gothic style author, and I somehow have not read her works. This is a group of short stories. Look at that. It's the details, guys. Great details just get to me. And so she has passed. This was written in 1979. So somehow I've missed this. All my Anne Rice vampire years, I have missed this series of short stories. This is on my to be read list as well right now. The other book that I purchased is, again, I apologize, this is a Japanese author, Mieko Kawakami, and this is an English translation of All the Lovers in the Night, which I am also really intrigued to read. And this I want to read as soon as I finish Hellbent, and I'm very intrigued. As you guys know, if you followed the channel for a while, I'm a huge Haruki Murakami fan, and like whenever I'm going through like a really difficult time in my mind, you know, when we get into those spaces where like we're being really harsh with ourselves and we're overthinking things and we feel like we have to, like everything's an uphill battle, you know, those times. There's something about Murakami that just like settles my mind. He's so, well, he's a Capricorn, but he's so, he makes me feel things, but it's in a very mind clearing way where I'm like, oh, okay, like I settle down when I read him. And I really, really love him. And so I was watching a review because, you know, I'm a little obsessed with YouTube's book reviews right now, because this is my year to get back into reading. And in December and January, I have been knocking it out of the park. So I'm really, really stoked this is going to be a really good year for me with reading. And I'm so excited to get back to the way that I used to read before I had Vincent. It's good. It makes me feel good. It's so much better than just zoning out to some random whatever before I fall asleep. But I was watching a Murakami review, because, you know, even though you've already read all of Murakami or most of it, you might as well watch reviews about it. And the reviewer was talking about Kawakami and her book Breasts and Eggs, which I do want to read that. But this, when I went online to look up what was available for English translations of her work, this looked really intriguing to me. So this is pretty high up on my to be read list that I really want to focus on. Hopefully bringing some more clarity and grounding in for me as we move out of this Mercury in retrograde. So I'm going to talk for a moment now about a book that I did not finish. I DNF'd it. And I want to talk a little bit about, like, why do we force ourselves to finish things just so that we can say we finished it? So I loved The Ninth House, loved The Secret History by Donna Tartt. As I said in the little review I did, for those of you who are also book lovers outside of tarot and witchcraft, in that review I said, like, it was hard work. It was a serious read, but oh my God, was there like ultimate payoff. Like, I love that. Love when you invest time and energy and focus into something and it's just fucking amazing, right? And so I was watching a reviewer in the dark academia arena of books, and she said, oh, you have to read these Violent Delights, right? And I think I even said that that was in my to be read pile. And so I got 290 pages in and I called it at 290. And I'm going to talk a little bit about why. So this is these Violent Delights. It's not the other, there were like 2 novels released at once or a similar time frame with this title. This is the one by Micah Nemerever, and it is technically in dark academia, right? I think part of why I love dark academia is because I never got to go to college. And I have this like dream for myself that I get to be an art history major and go to college. So dark academia like lets me live that part of my dream self, right? In another world, in another life, what would I have done? That's one of those things on my list. And I love that feel of dark academia when we have all of that like intrigue within the secret societies in the school, which like Ninth House and Secret History totally deliver on. So I definitely had a preconceived notion. I know that there wasn't like secret societies in this, but it did revolve around 2 students in college in a toxic relationship. There are some really gorgeous moments sentence-wise, word-wise. Hold on. My neighbors. People with loud trucks, man. Let's see. I don't love that one as much. Let me see if I have a better. Say, the kindness was sincere, but so was the fascination. Once he knew the shape of someone else's pain, he could break off a piece of it, claim it as his own, keep it as a memento under glass, and know they would be grateful to him for taking it away. So Micah definitely gives you these really interesting moments around the cruelty in the mind and what might drive people to commit murder. But it's not really about the experience for them in college or school. It's more about the toxicity of the relationship between these 2 men and how enmeshed they become and how love and hatred are intermingled. Again, I didn't finish it. I liked the first 100 pages. I was like, okay, I'm here for this. Like, I feel like we're going to a place. But then about like 150 pages in, I was like, I am not feeling connected to these characters. I just didn't feel connected to them. And I wasn't invested in their story. And by the time I hit page 290, I didn't even care about the murder. I was like, I don't even care about who they're going to murder. Like, I felt like we started in this place where I could see that I was going to get invested and it was probably going to be a slow burn, but Micah just lost me. And I realized that I was finishing it just to be able to say I finished it. And then I was like, why am I going to suffer through another couple hundred pages? Cause it's about 462 pages long just to say that I finished this book. When I knew that the memoir by Murakami, which I haven't read, what I talk about when I talk about running, was my next book to read. And I could not wait to sink my teeth into this book. Oh my God. I started reading this and I was like, oh, this is why I love reading, not slogging through something I can't stand, to be really honest. Again, it started good, but then the characters didn't get fully fleshed. It just became about like the angst between the 2 of them. And I wanted more to understand the characters. And honestly, I didn't want it to just be about the murder. And it really is just about the 2 of them committing a murder to stay together. At least when I checked out at 290, that's where I was with what I thought about the book. But like, why do we do that to ourselves? We're like, we force ourselves to finish something just to say we finished it. Is that just an earth sign thing, or do we all do that? I don't know, but I was like, this is not worth it. And then I started reading this and I was like, wow, I've been sitting here in one sitting and I'm almost 100 pages in already. Like, that's how much I love Murakami, and just, I love the way that he writes. I know some of his books can sometimes be a bit formulaic. I've heard all of the talk around that he's misogynistic. I disagree personally. I just do. And how awkward his sex scenes are or whatever. But I love Murakami. I love the way his books make me feel when I read them. And I love the way that he tells a story. And I just wasn't feeling it with this one. So consider my book haul, book chat. So freaking excited for Hellbent video. Just wanted to share with my book peeps, like, I can't wait to read this. I can't wait. I might have to share some stuff in my Instagram stories. Just, oh, I'm so excited to read this. But this is like me giving you permission. If the book sucks, don't finish it. Don't force yourself to finish it. If you can't find your way into it, book reading at this point in my life is going to be enjoyable. And it's going to be something that I feel like I learned something and there's payoff, and it's hella fun, right? Like, other than that, like, why am I going to force myself through something? So these are my book thoughts, guys. I hope you're all doing well out there. Let me know in the comments below what you guys are reading. If there's anything I should add to my TBR list that you guys are loving. I'm so excited for Hellbent. If you've read Hellbent, let me know what you thought. Don't give me any spoilers though. No spoilers, because I haven't read it yet. But anyhow, it's been wonderful spending a little time with you guys chatting about books. I hope you're all doing well out there in the world. I am sending you so much love and many blessings. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.